students. Today we are going to start the first sense organ, that is our eye. Now yesterday we started the topic on sense organs. So now basic function of the sense organ, what is it? It helps us to sense or detect the changes in the environment. And how is it possible for the sense organs to detect the changes? It is because of this receptors. What is it? They are the sensory receptors. That means all the sense organs have sensory receptors which receives the signal. The cell which receives the signal are called as sensory receptors. That means if you take the eye has a sensory receptor which takes, what is the stimulus? Light. Did you understand? Light. For ears it is the sound. For tongue it is the taste. For skin it is a sensation. That means each and nose, it is smell. That means for each and every sense organ there are specific receptors. And these sensory receptors help the sense organs to sense the changes in the environment. So what is very important in sense organ is their sensory receptors. And these sensory receptors are very, very sensitive. Sensitive to the stimulus, to the surrounding stimulus. So we are going to start our sense organs. In that the first sense organ we are going to begin with is nothing but the most important organ, that due to which you are able to see me, I am also able to see you. That is, what is that organ which we are going to study today? That is our eye. So we are going to study about the sense organ eye. Now if I ask you what is the function of this eye? Vision. You are able to see. You are able to see me only because you have a very functional eye. But don't spoil your eyes by spending lot of time in front of the mobiles or any gadgets, television. Your eyes or your sight will be affected because of continuously watching. So, we will start. Shall we start the structure of eye? Yes. So we will start the structure of eye. For the structure of eye, refer to page number 78 in your textbook. What is the main use or function of this eye? Vision. So when I tell vision, let us see what is the basic structure of this eye. When I talk about the basic structure of eye, we have a. So this is the specimen, the model of eye. So we are going to study the structure of eye. So if you just look, this is the socket, the eye socket, and in this eye socket very protected is our eyeball. You can see that eyeball. You have it, eyeball, that black color. Pupil. We will see in structure in detail about the structure of eye. So this is the socket which protects our eye. This eye socket protects the eye. So we will study in detail. Page number, did you all come to the page number 78? So if you are on page number 78, we will study what are the different activities and the structure of eye. Now externally, if I tell what the eye consists of, see, these are all the parts of the eye. You have this eyebrows, you have this eyelids. Eyelids. Can you see your eyelid? You are closing your eyelids. Eyelids. Then you have this hairy area that is called as eyelashes and lacrimal glands. So each or one, our eye consists of eyebrows, eyelashes, eyelids and lacrimal glands. See, I have written it on the board. Eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows and lacrimal glands. Now what is this lacrimal gland? Sometimes if your mother's these tears are coming from which glands? You know, they are the tear glands, or it is also called as lacrimal gland. The glands which secrete tears are called as lacrimal glands. So eyeball is located in which socket I told? Eye socket. And only 1/6 of our eyeball is visible. That means when you open your eyes, not very wide, you cannot open it like this. When your eyes are open, only 1/6 or 1/6 part of your eyeball is visible. And next, eye has 3 layers. Each eye has 3 main layers. So let us start with the 3 main layers. What is it? Sclerotic, choroid and retina. So sclerotic layer, choroid layer and retina. So did you understand the 3 layers? 3 main layers are clear? Sclerotic, choroid and retina. So these are the 3 main layers of the eye. Now we will each one by one we will see what is the sclerotic layer. The outermost thick, tough, fibrous, non-elastic and white colored layer is, what is it? Sclera or sclerotic layer. White colored, non-elastic. You know what is elastic? Rubber band is elastic. Rubber band, you know, rubber band you stretch. But sclerotic layer or sclera, another name also you remember, sclerotic layer is also called as sclera. So this sclerotic layer is non-elastic, again tough, fibrous and white colored layer. And this sclera or sclerotic layer bulges and forms our cornea. See the spelling, cornea. So that white colored area is called as cornea. The end of sclera connects to the optic nerve. You have seen opticals. You heard this name, opticals? Dinesh opticals, Ramesh opticals, optician. When you hear the name optics or opticals, remember it is related to eyes. You want to buy a spectacle, you go to which shop? Optical shop. So optic means related to eye, vision. So which is that nerve? Optic nerve. The second layer is choroid layer. First layer over, sclerotic layer. The second layer is called as the choroid layer. And what does this choroid layer do? This choroid layer is which color? Black in color. And contains a lot of blood vessels. Now if I take this model of eye, see here, you can see red spots and red lines here. So that is our choroid layer. Did you understand? Choroid layer has many blood vessels. So it looks in that way. So now here I brought a mirror now. You may be thinking why I brought this mirror. So this mirror, can you read? It is the convex mirror. See? Convex. You understood what is convex? Convex. So this mirror is convex. Why we are taking this mirror and all? Because the working of our eye is just like the camera. You know what is camera? I think now we are not using camera because our phones have 3 camera, 3 lens, so many new techniques are there. So no more we are using the camera, but the working of the eye is just like the camera. So did you understand which is this lens? This is convex. Now here the last layer. What is the last layer we are talking about? Retina. So whatever image is there, image means now you are looking at this object. This is a scale. So you can see this scale only because its image is produced on your retina. I think in physics you learned about reflection, no? Reflection. So like that, the upside down image is formed, inverted image. So here image is formed in retina. By convex lens is present immediately behind the pupil. So now what is this pupil? Pupil is the part formed by the choroid layer. Choroid layer, do you remember choroid layers? attached to the ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments. The lens divides the inner eyeball as aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. For that, refer to figure 2. Figure 2 in your textbook. They have given the cross-sectional view. You can see the section of the eye where it is divided into 2 chambers. Vitreous chamber and aqueous chamber. See, 2 names are there. Now why this vitreous chamber is divided? Because there is one lens there which divides. Lens. This white area is lens. This lens divides it into 2 chambers, aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. Aqueous chamber is filled with water-like fluid, whereas vitreous chamber is filled with jelly-like fluid. Aqueous, water. Vitreous, jelly-like. You know jelly. You have seen jelly, no? Jelly fruit. Retina contains the cells called rods and cones. I told you retina is the innermost layer. And this retina consists of 2 types of cells, that is rods and cones. The area of no vision is called blind spot. So now remember this term, you have to remember, blind spot. Blind spot means the area on the retina with no vision, where you cannot see. That is called as blind spot. And area of best vision is called as which spot? Yellow spot. Yellow spot is also called as macula or fovea. So now remember, on our retina, retina is the main area where the images are formed. So there are 2 types of spots. Which are those two spots? Blind spot and yellow spot. Now when you hear blind means there is no image formed or there is no vision. No vision is blind spot. The best vision, yellow spot. Yellow spot is also called as fovea. F-O-V-E-A. Or followed here, this is the structure of eye. For that, refer to page number 78 and 79. You should also know to draw the diagram, cross section of eye. Now what is the functioning of the eye? We will do in the next class. Thank you.